Hello and welcome. This video will show you how to make 3 different types of low poly spiral staircases. Let's get started. The first method is not my favorite, but it is very simple and you'll see my favorite in a moment. What we're going to do is just have a starter cube ready. We're going to press tab to enter edit mode. We're going to make sure we're in edge select by pressing 2, or you could also go up here and select edge. Then we're going to select one of the top edges and we're going to press Control B to go ahead and bevel this, bevel it about here. And that will open up this bevel menu right here. If this is not open for you, then it'll probably just look like this. So if it's in the side here, just press on this arrow and you can open it. So what we're going to do is set these segments to 12. Make sure the profile shape is set to 0.5. If it's set to 1, then this won't work. So make sure it's 0.5. And then at the bottom here from super ellipse, you can set this to custom, go into preset and set this to steps. So right here we have steps under crown molding. We click on this and there we have our steps. So now we can just go ahead and close this bevel menu right here. And we can go ahead and actually make it into spiral stairs. Before we can do that, we have to prepare these stairs though. So let's click on the object, press tab to go back into edit mode. Make sure you're in face select by pressing 3. We're going to select this face, this back face. Make sure you hold shift, this side face, and then the bottom face. We're going to press X and press delete faces. Now we are left with just our stairs and we want to give this some thickness first. So what we can do, 2 options. We can press tab to go into edit mode, press A to select it all, and then Alt E extrude along normals. And then we can just drag this back a little bit and we will have our normals. Make sure you go up, otherwise your normals will be flipped. And if you want to go non-destructively, then you can undo that and just go to the modifier tab, add modifier, and type solidify. Click on the solidify modifier. Make sure you set even thickness to checked, otherwise you will have a little bit of a problem here at the bottom. And you just slide this slider up until you have your required thickness. Now let's go ahead and head over here to the modifier tab again, minimize this modifier. We will go ahead and add another modifier, which is the simple deform. Now this is the reason why this isn't my favorite method. If you've ever used the simple deform modifier, you know that this modifier is pure jank and it's an absolute mess to work with. Regardless, let's set this to bend. And now we just have to change a couple of things that are very simple when you're doing it in a tutorial, but if you're actually doing it in a scene, this, you'll probably get confused if you're a beginner. So first we're going to set this from X to Z. So right here, make sure this is set to Z. That's going to fix this weird bending that it was doing earlier. Now we want to make sure that we set this to a high enough number in the angle. So we're going to set this to 180, maybe that's a bit much, 90 degrees for now. And now you can see that this is very short. So what we're going to do is change the origin point. There are 2 ways to do that. We can press tab to go into edit mode and then move the entire mesh to the right. So G, Y, and the origin point will stay behind. And you'll see that it slowly starts to go more and more, and curving around it because it's curving around this origin point. I'm going to undo this real quick because there is another way to do this. In object mode, you can go to these options right here and you can set effect only to origins. If you want the keybind for that, it is Control period. And then once you have that enabled, you can go ahead and press G, Y, and then it will only move the origin point, and then you can do the same thing. If you want to move your origin point back, you can always just right click the object, set origin to geometry, but for this purpose we actually want it to be to the side of it. Now this is the first method and you can see that this is nice for, like, for example, a garden or something. This would be good, but changing the amount of steps is a pain in the ass, so I do prefer method 2, which we will take a look at right now. For the second method, we are going to yeet this starter cube out of here like it deserves, and we are going to shift A and bring in a circle mesh. I'm going to zoom in on it by pressing period on the numpad. I'm going to tab into edit mode, make sure I'm in vertex select by pressing 1 on the keyboard, have everything selected, and then press E to extrude. This is now going to put me in the extrude window, but I'm just going to press S and now it's going to let me scale it inside and out. And we're going to just bring it inside a little bit, but leave a little gap. Now we'll go ahead and in vertex select, alt click on one of these vertices in the middle, which is just going to select this edge loop, press F to fill that. And now we can go ahead and go back to face select and select 2 of these stairs, any single 2 you want. I prefer to take one that's on the y-axis. It's a bit easier to work with. We'll also shift click this middle circle here, and then we will Control I to invert the selection, press X and delete all those faces, and then we're just left with 2 stairs and 1 circle. Now let's give this some thickness. So press A in edit mode and E. It'll also already lock it on the Z-axis, and we're just going to bring this up a little bit. However thick you want your stairs to be. This is about right, and we can see because of the matcap that the normals are flipped. So if I go into face orientation, which you can do by going over here and pressing face orientation, so that's this menu right here. And if this is red, then it's a problem. So we go into edit mode, we press A to select everything, shift N to flip those normals, and if it's blue, it's good. So I'm going to come back out of face orientation. So with all of that set up, we are going to come to the modifier tab right here, add a modifier, modifier, and we are going to add the array modifier. That's immediately going to make three versions of it right here. We don't actually want them to go, to the side. We want them to go up. So we will set this offset X to 0, and we will set the offset Z to however high it needs to be, something like this. I'm actually going to make sure that they are touching. There we go. We're going to enable merge right here. So then they actually merge. If you see, now this is separated. Now it's not. And then we can go ahead and come into the Z rotation and change this however much we need. And I'll put it to something like -22 degrees. And you can see that this is very nice. So now we can just up the count and we will get our stairs. And that's a very nice spiral staircase in my opinion. Now lastly, let's take a look at method 3, which is very similar. We're going to bring in a circle mesh. We're going to tab into edit mode, 1 for vertex select, ES to scale that inwards a little bit. We are not going to need to fill this time. We are going to go back to face select 2 of these, control I to invert the selection, X delete those faces. Now we are left with just these 2. Now let's select both of these faces in edit mode, E, and just bring this down a little bit again until you are happy with your stairs. And now we will once again go to the modifier tab, bring in the array modifier, and we're going to do a very similar thing, but we're not going to have this centerpiece that it's connecting to, which is going to make it look a little bit more like fantasy stairs. So we're once again going to up this, and I'm going to make it this time so they don't connect, because that actually looks a little bit better in my opinion for fantasy stairs. Now we are once again going to come to the Z rotation over here and just rotate it as much as we need. I kind of like this, and then we will just set the count up right here to something like 20, let's say. And now the interesting part is that we can start editing this first stair, and it will of course reflect on all the other stairs. So we will start by putting a loop cut with control R and grabbing these 2 faces and just E, Z, and bringing them up. This is going to make it kind of weird because it is going to react to it. So you're going to have to bring your Z, the offset here, down a little bit again. You can bring it back, and now this is here. So now we kind of have these walls. What I'll do is bring in another loop cut in both sides. So control R on both of these. We will grab these 2 top faces right here, G, Z to bring them down, and you could do something like this. And I think this looked pretty cool. And you can obviously go ahead and put as much effort into this as you want. What you can do if you want to make individual changes to individual steps is you can go ahead and just apply this modifier by coming up here and pressing apply. You can only do that in object mode. But now if you tab into edit mode, you can actually edit these individually. So you can control R, put a loop cut, for example, in here, go to vertex select, Alt Z to enable X-ray mode and delete these vertices, for example. And you can just remove these, and then we can go ahead and fill this back up. And now you have one stair that's a little bit shorter. I don't know why you would want that, but if you, want to add some individual details to individual stairs, you can do so. That's really all there is to it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it helped you. If you did, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Love you.